guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing and doing a makeup tutorial with the Nikkie Tutorials eyeshadow palette. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post, and make sure you do hit that bell. So this is the palette. I will open it up and this is what it looks on the inside. You've got two types of mirrors. You've got a normal side mirror, and then this one is a more magnified side mirror, so it allows you, if you just have the palette and no mirror, to use this and be fine. It also comes with a little card, and on this card it tells you each colour and which would be the best to use with. So you've got like your brushes, and then this one here is like a brush and a finger shade. So I think that helps if you're beginning or new to makeup, so it helps you learn the types of makeup that need brushes and fingers, if that makes any sense. So I've seen this palette a while. I do like the colour range. There's a bit for everyone. There's a lot of neutrals in there for your everyday looks, and then there's the ones to maybe add a pop of colour or to just do a full-on colourful look. You've got 8 glitter shades and 12 matte shades, so it does give you a variety. And the glitter shades kind of go with the colours that go with this. You've got like a blue to go with the blues. There's a pinky tone one here, a gold one, and you've got a silver one, a deeper pink one there, and then some golds. So I do think it is a very versatile palette. With the eyeshadows for the makeup tutorial, I'm going to do 2 different colours on each eye to try give as much colour from the palette as I can on the video. So we're just going to jump straight into it and get started with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my P.louise base. As normal, all my brushes are going to be listed in the description down below, and I will also list all the makeup and colours that I use as well in the description below, so that you can follow along if you want, or if you want to buy any of the products, you know what you're looking for. So we're going with the P.louise base in 0.5, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this purple one here called Slasher, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner here and in the centre, and also blend it across. So I've got that pretty blended now, so I'm going to go in with my next colour, which is called the Blend and Snap, which, if I remember right, actually is a play on a moment from Legally Blonde called the Bend and Snap. If you've not seen Legally Blonde, I recommend. So that is this pink shade here. So I'm just going to use that shade just to blend the purpley pinkish shade upwards. This shade is more of a hot pink type. So for the centre of the eye and this side, I'm kind of stuck between 2. So the 2 that I'm stuck with are 2 glitter ones, and there is this one which is Roxy Charm, and then this more hot pink glitter shade called Pride, and this is what they look like when swatched. So I'm going to go with Pride, and I'm just going to pop that on the centre of my eye. And for this, like the card said, you can use brush or a finger. I'm going to start with the finger and then try and blend it in with the brushes. You see just one touch with the finger and it puts a lot of the pigment on. So that went on amazingly. I didn't need to recut in the crease, and I decided to bring it up higher than I would normally, just to give it that bit of something extra. For the under eye, I'm going to go in with the Mikai shade. It's a red shade. I'm going to put that on the under eye, then I'm going to blend it in with some of the slasher and the blend and snap. Now, because I have used the brush that I've used the pink in over the red, it has caused it to go a little red. So this is where it's handy to have one of these. It's just like a little sponge, and you just run your brush over it like this, and it takes off most of the colour. So as you can see, you can still see the pink on it, but it's taking that red off it. It's a handy tool to have if you don't have one. I got that one from Sephora in Spain, so it was about €7 at the time. So the next side is going to be more of a bluish shade. So for the starting shade, just like the other eye, I'm going to use the shade Amsterdam, which is this deep blue here, and I'm going to place it in the same spots as I placed the deep purple. The next shade I'm going to do to blend the blue out is called Plot Twist, and it's this baby blue shade here. I'm just going to blend out the darker blue. So that's blue for now. I'm now going to use a glittery blue shade from the palette, and that's called Mama Tutorials, and it is this blue glitter here. Again, this is one that can be used with a brush or a finger. Again, like the pink, I'm just going to use a finger and see if it goes on as well as the pink did. Again, one touch and it went straight on. So the glitters I find are very high pigmented. So for the under eye, like this side, I'm going to use a green shade with, from what the swatches show, it looks more like a teal shade, and it's called Ooh, which is this one here. And again, I'm just going to pop that under my under eye, and then I'm going to blend it in with the colours from the top of the eye. just from adding the baby blue to the under eye here. It has made that green tone more of a teal tone. So yes, these are my eyes. I think the blue shades were a bit harder to use, especially the shade Amsterdam. As it went on, it was quite patchy and it took a lot to build up, whereas the dark purple shade Slasher, that built up really quickly, really well. The baby blue shade, the plot twist shade, that again went on well, but it's a very light shade, as you can see. So I ended up having to blend it out with more of the brush from the dark blue shade, and I still think it's turned out well. But if I was to go by which I prefer, I would say this side. However, I do love both of the glitter shades. I think they are very impactful, stunning. Still have to try obviously the other shades at some point later on. I'm going to add some colour to the inner corner of my eye as well, but I'm going to do that once I've got my foundation on and all of that. So normally I wouldn't show my foundation and concealer steps, but it has been quite a while since I have. So this time I'm gonna quickly go through it. So first off, the primers that I used are both from Smashbox. I used the Minimizing Pore one and the Photo Finish one. I'm next going in with my concealer just to go onto my eyes before I do my foundation, but then I'll be going in with my foundation and then back over with some concealer. So I'm next going to go in with my foundation, and it's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in the shade Alibasta. I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Fawn, and I'm going to pop that around my contour area. We're going to use the KVD Beauty Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to use the shade Shadow Play. I'm really going to lightly brush that over where I've already contoured just to give it a bit more warmth. So I'm next going to use the KVD Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. I'm just going to do my eyeliner. I'm just going to use the KVD Everlasting Lip Liner, which I use mainly for eyeliner. I'm just going to place that on my under eye. So from the Nikkie palette, I'm just going to use the glitter shades. I'm just going to place a little bit on the under eye area. So it's going to be the same pink shade and the same blue shade. I'm going to use these lashes here, which are from Primark. They're called Double Trouble. I know they're not the best in the world, but they do the job. And I'm not overly great at putting on lashes, so I don't really want to be spending the money on some good lashes until I get better at it. I did my lashes off camera because I knew I was going to make an absolute nightmare of it, and I did. But we've got them on. So I'm just going to use the Decay Lash Freak, and I'm just going to blend my lashes into it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the Ivy shade, which is this silver shade here. And I'm just going to add that into the inner corner of my eyes. Now I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip in the shade Soul Sucker, which was a Halloween exclusive. But before that, I'm just going to line my lips with the black lip liner. I'm just going to now go in with the Soul Sucker shade. This one has got flecks of glitter in it as well. So this is the finished look. I do really like the palette. I thought the colours worked really well, except for the blue shades. I do think the darker blue did go on quite patchy and didn't look as good as the dark purpley pink did. The light blue I think could have done with a bit more of a bluish pigment. It is more of an icy blue than a baby blue, and as you can see, you can't see that as much as you can see the light pink on the other side. But they do go on well. I do look forward to using the other matte shades to see how they are. The glitter shades went on really well with a finger compared to a brush. So when it says on the little card thing that it can be used with both, I would say just use a finger. It goes on so much better than it does a brush with the light. If you can see on the inner corner, it just doesn't give the same vibrance as it does on the centre of my eyes. But all in all, I do think it is a great palette. Let me know if you guys got it. What are your thoughts on it? Did your palette have the same issue with the blue, or is it just mine? Because sometimes it can just be like a manufacturing issue, which is fine, it happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you think of the look. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.